Welcome to the Middle Sisters, where we dive into the middle of everything. I'm Afton.
I'm Mitzi.
And we are going to discuss some April happenings. April is the month of birthdays. We've had, Capri, our dad, my father-in-law. So we had a 1-year-old birthday, and then we had my mother-in-law's 93rd birthday this week. So this is the month of birthdays, and then my daughter's birthday is tomorrow. So we've got a lot to celebrate. You have anyone in your family with April birthday, Mitzi?
Jeff's mom was April 12th.
Okay. And then our brother-in-law, Paul. And Stephanie.
Oh, Stephanie. Yeah, I was going to say there's another niece.
Stephanie, our niece. Okay, so we got a lot of things. Spring has sprung. There's beautiful weather outside. We've been going on morning walks before 9, right? So 7:30 to 8:30. Mm-hmm. We've been going on evening walks in the cool weather. So we've been enjoying the weather right now. Sean has cleaned out the pool. It's getting all ready for some summer fun with the kids, grandkids.
Yes. So, and I'm distracted because I have 3 necklaces that are all twisted up. And we've been spending 3 days on this now, trying to... I don't know. It's little by little.
So we don't know how do jewelers do that when you take them a tangled necklace and you're like undoing it. So you have like a little pick.
They probably just go, nope.
No, I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
So you have also been doing low carb diet, right?
Yeah.
With me, and we've been doing really good on our no sugar.
Yep.
We'll try to do gluten free, but gluten is in so many things. So I called Camry, my daughter-in-law, and I said, "Okay, come over and teach us how to make sourdough bread," which I had a tutorial done a year or 2 ago. So I did some sourdough, but then my starter got bad, like moldy, and so I just threw it all out. So she's going to help us with some sourdough. Nice. We've been purging a lot. So you've sold
not
cowboy boots?
Physically, we've not been purging. That sounded so bad. We don't binge and purge. Yes, we don't binge and purge. We're talking the closets. We've been purging our closets.
Yes. How many boots did you have the other day? Cowboy boots.
Okay, let's see. What did I start with? I gave you 2.
Yeah.
I've kept 1, 2, 3 pairs.
And these are all boot barn type boots.
These are the cowgirl boots.
Cowgirl boots.
So I've got other type of boots. But these are just the cowgirl boots that one went to the real, that light blue. Oh, and then Jana
bought some purple or lavender.
She's sister? No, she's not
she's a niece.
A niece.
Sean's niece. Well, by marriage.
So. Okay, so she bought the cutest lavender purple. She had a dress on that had pink in it too, and these are lavender boots with some pink piping, and they looked so cute on her. So she purchased them.
Were those suede? Or they weren't leather, so like a suede. So you had blue. So you probably had 20 pairs of cowboy boots.
20? How are you going from 8 to 20?
Okay, but then I was counting for maybe your Uggs. You had Ugg boots.
Okay, yeah.
Then you had winter boots.
I kept 3 Uggs, and then I sold. So the real came and just took all of it. So I gave them 3 Ugg boots.
And
they took my 2 sorrel boots.
Oh, sorrel. Oh, they both
jewelry.
Purses.
What else? Purses. Yeah.
So that's what we mean when we have purged our closets to see if there's some value in all of our past abundant shopping.
Yep. Poshmark and the real is where so sometimes on OfferUp, but I don't know. That hasn't been.
But also shout out to some friends for supporting you.
Yes.
And helping you out with some things. So we appreciate those friends that have
they're always there.
They've shown up. I also got rid of my mother of the bride and groom dresses. They were in my back closet, and I just thought, will I ever take these on a cruise and dress up and do the like dressy night? But I never do. I just take like a black dress, and I don't ever dress up on cruises. So I'm like, if I'm never going to wear them again, and of course you don't wear the same dress to another wedding.
Right.
And so I donated those. So that was good.
Good.
So, Mitzi's been meeting with a friend of ours, and she's a life coach. And so, you do some sessions with her, and then we go on our walks and we talk about, you know, we're talking about attracting the right people in your life. So you attract people.
Well, you've got to
emulate you.
The peace, right? So she's talking about, you know, finding your peace and having boundaries. Is that making noise? Okay, I'm sorry. I got to stop with this necklace for a second.
If you're a toxic person, you'd attract toxic people.
Yeah. I think we've all known this, right? This is old news. But I think sometimes we're unaware of how much we're carrying. So even if we feel at peace with ourselves or our personalities or whatever, think we're good people.
Yeah.
If we're holding in hurts, upsets, if you have fear of people, if people stress you out, you're still armored up and you're not coming across like a calm, happy person that someone may, even though you may actually be that way. So you're holding in other people's stuff.
Yes.
So I think that's like what I'm mainly working on.
So talk about the ball analogy.
Well,
was that like you throw it when someone throws words or feelings at you?
Hate at you or blame at you.
Yeah.
It's, you're holding it. You're holding it. It's thrown at you, even if you don't react, even if you don't, fight back or whatever, you're still taking it. You're still taking in that negativity.
And I watched on a reel too that if you don't address the feelings in the moment, you hold on to them mentally for 7 years.
Well, okay, so
I'm like, is that true?
This is probably where I'm really, really messed up, because I had a 25-year marriage where I could I was not right for 25 years. Even if I repeated something back he just said, he would deny it. You don't get any comfort and feeling of, okay, we got through that conversation, we understand each other, or
your point of view, validating
each other.
Where you're coming from.
It's not about making the other person believe what you believe or think the way you think. It's just feeling okay, right? That you're okay and accepted by that person. And I didn't have that.
Well, in marriage,
and not only with that, I didn't have it with my father.
Yeah, the communication
I didn't have it with some siblings.
Is so important, right? So
when you can't get somebody, right, to reason, like you're reasoning with them and you're just hitting a stone wall, you learn to retreat. So I armored up and retreated. So I think my biggest issue, right, is that I need to not react.
And break the armor down.
Yeah. And just have more of a calm. Sadly, I think this is where I was strong enough to have these relationships in my life. Sadly, I'm learning, like, no. Whether it's strength or not, it just brings me such chaos in my heart.
You're guarded.
And brain. Well, yeah, because I'm almost like waiting for the next attack. I'm waiting for the next attack or the manipulation.
Defensive all the time.
So there's some people in my life I've realized I just have to say, I wish you well. That's what she was telling me. So that when you have people in your life it's still giving the positive energy back to them. You don't say it you don't necessarily need a relationship with them at all, but you have that mindset of, I wish you well. And it brings you the peace. It brings you that. You don't need to worry about the other person's peace.
Right. Right. We did say that about Mel Robbins, right? The let them theory.
Yeah.
And to say it's not our job to, worry about their feelings. We're really worried about
Fixing
our
other
own.
people.
Yeah, do not fix other people.
Yeah.
But just we're responsible for how we take what they say or how we interpret what is said at us, and then we have to deal with our own feelings rather than worrying about others too.
Well, and for years, we've heard of people being life coaches, and I thought it was a bunch of hoopla, but I actually think it's better than psychology.
So when I was doing my clinical counseling at ASU, there was a lot of rules where they're like, no, you can't say this. No, you can't say that.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, but I want to give this kind of advice, or I want to say more, but also, yeah, you're basically just putting a mirror up in front of people on what they have said to you so that they can hear their own voice being said.
You were doing psychology, right? Not the life coach stuff?
Counseling.
Well, isn't this life coach totally different from the counseling
No, it's
psychology
very
part?
similar. It's very similar because Marlene and I were looking at my clinical counseling coursework.
Yeah.
And then her training. And I was like, this is very similar. It's just that she is more of a guide where I would have been more of a clinical, not doctor, but more
telling people what to do. See, this is why I think I like it, because it's more, she helps guide you to figure out what you need to figure out, instead of, because I've gone to other therapists before where they're like I had a therapist probably 6 years ago that was like, well, maybe you just need to not just block everybody in your family. I was that's a little
that's a little extreme. No, but that's what therapists are telling people now. If they're toxic, get rid of them. But then that doesn't give you any tools for problem solving, because what about your workplace? What about the neighbors? There's certain people.
Well, I think this is where, and I agree with you, but I think that if it's too overwhelming, this is where I think I've self-sabotaged, where I'm willing to take really bad treatment from someone that should be my biggest advocate. So that's the worst, right? And if I had that, I probably would feel more prepared or could emotionally handle it because I have support.
But also it's our own upbringing, our secure attachment styles from when we're children, if we're confident enough. So see, yes, I think there's a lot of people that take it from a boss or take it from a spouse because they're confident in saying, well, whatever they're saying doesn't hurt me because I'm doing my job, or I feel like I'm the one pulling a lot of weight in the marriage.
See, now I flip-flop with that. I 1 minute can take it, and then I feel like if it goes too far, I sort of have a meltdown. So,
So like Mel Robbins said, 4 things you're not responsible for is proving your worth to other people, and then rescuing people from their problems, making people understand your choices and other people's feelings. So I agree with that a lot of times, although if you're going to be in a marriage or in a relationship, you do have to know how you're affecting other people, right? Because we've been told, gosh, your words are very harsh or to the point, or matter of fact, you don't have any filter or feelings behind it. It's just what it is. It is what it is.
Well, we also touched on me feeling humiliated and embarrassed most of my life. Okay, what are you doing?
You're making a lot of noise with your
That is not
chain.
making any noise. It is the quietest little noise, and you just messed me up.
So Mitzi's trying to untangle her chain while we're doing the podcast.
So
and I listen to him. You don't listen to him. And I'm like, okay, it makes all this.
It's just control. Anyway.
No, it's just people don't like it. When they're our
We'll
audience.
see. I guess we'll play it back and we'll see. Anyway. So I felt like a lot of humiliation by, Dad's con artistry and seeing how people looked at it. I would say it was quite hyper focused, just naturally, I think, on people's expressions. So when I saw it in adults and teachers and like people looking at you like, you must be coming from a real effed up situation. I guess we're going to treat you bishops. Remember we've talked about the
Yeah, but that's who they were. I mean, it wasn't just one person, it was multiple people, right? So some of those people just treat everyone the same, whether they're your, your friend or your neighbor or your classmate or whatever, so I don't know. All right, so we were talking last night with one of my sister-in-laws at a party, and she was talking about her COVID remedy.
Yeah.
Where you lose your sense of smell. And there's people are talking about super COVID going around. We've had coughs going on and bronchitis, and it could be from the spring blooms. But it was interesting because she said there's this guy that does all of this home remedies. And one of them was nicotine patches. His name is, what was it? I'm trying to think. Dr. Artis.
Uh-oh.
Dr. Artis was saying nicotine patches, you put them on you, and then you start alleviating these symptoms of smell. I was told you just go to your spice racks and you just keep retraining your nose to like smell, the cinnamon and the coriander and the thyme and the oregano to get your sense of smell back.
Well, or you could take advantage of it and use it as a diet.
What, nicotine does that?
No, there's not having a sense of smell. You could use
the diet is a sense of smell.
But yeah, that was interesting. I was like, oh, my knee's been hurting because I've been trying to jog a little bit. I'm like, oh, my knee. And then I was thinking I should go get a nicotine patch and put it on my knee to take down the inflammation.
So nicotine takes down your inflammation, huh?
That's what she said.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember her talking about all that?
Yeah, I was just thinking about the sense of smell.
Oh. Yes, she was saying that, and then she went into the whole inflammation part of it.
We are plagued with inflammation. Like right now, my eye is swollen from inflammation, and I thought we were
the whole world is plagued.
Yeah, eating less things that.
Because everything causes inflammation in our bodies. The foods we eat and everything. Stress.
Oh, so stress is the cause of inflammation? I thought it was food related. But that's right. I was talking to our older sister, Wendy, and she was like, oh, your eye is probably swollen because you're stressed and you're not sleeping enough. So I've got to get some appointments done, like dermatology and gynecology and endocrinology. I've got all those coming up.
Yeah.
All right, well, I've been substitute teaching too, so I got a job tomorrow and I've got a job in a few weeks. And
good. I just applied to a interior design job, but it's out in Scottsdale. We'll see what comes in that. Yeah, you got a busy next couple of months. And so Afton just gave me her whole schedule of what she's got coming up. And I said,
2
I
months.
like being helpful and but I'm still trying to get a job. And if I get a 9-to-5 job, I'm going to be like, see ya.
You're out. You're out no
longer.
longer will you assist in grandbabies and 93-year-old
caregiving.
caregiving.
If I'm around, but but in the meantime, I have no problem helping out.
Right. So that's why I'm going to take advantage of just going and visiting the classroom.
Yeah.
And third grade was what I used to teach, so I am going to third grade class tomorrow and third grade in a couple weeks. So that'll be exciting.
Keep your foot in the door.
I do like to keep my foot in the door. But I was talking to my publisher today So here
Yeah.
is some anticipation to come as I have 2 books that are finished. I hired illustrators. I did so much editing of my words, and my Barnes and Noble self-publishing department said, okay, let's get this done. But then it was an hour-long conversation about your brand. See, I had Afton Zapata on my memoirs. Now I have Afton Zapata Scow on my children's books. And he's like, well, yeah, you kind of messed up your brand because you changed your name.
Oh.
But also my website is not engaging to an audience. So as authors, it's not just writing a book, but it's how are you going to sell your name? So the next book you write, people will be like, oh, they have a book out. She has a book out. Okay, let's get to the next book,
Like Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, because you're not selling the book as much as you're selling the name, brand, the author's name. So every author needs to find an audience. Well, maybe you need to
come up with a character that is across all the... Because the reason why those were so popular, right? Like the Berenstain Bears and stuff, they were the same characters across multiple
I see
books.
That. So because I have The Blonde Volcano is a children's book that's set in the school. And then I have 'Twas the Last Day of School Before Winter Break, also set in school.
You should have the Blonde Volcano Girl as your main character in all of them.
Okay, so I need to rethink that because I have unsupervised siblings, which I wrote this book about us 6 children, and we're unsupervised. We don't have a babysitter, and we do all these things in the house and out in the backyard and how we interact with one another as siblings. So unsupervised siblings is really going to be a series because I have another story and another story and another story. So I need to develop those characters and have the same illustrator put them into the next. Because I have like 6 of those.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah.
As a series. And
yeah, that'd be good.
And so, yes.
Are they going to be appropriate? Wait, are these are children's books?
Yes, but you could talk about third through 6th grade type. No, actually, I want it to be a short chapter book. I actually shortened it for a picture book, but now I'm going to go back.
More junior high level.
No, more like Judy Blume type or...
Well, it's junior high.
You know, like... Well, I'm thinking like 4th through 6th, or maybe 3rd through 6th grade. I don't know.
Oh.
So anyway, I need to go back and instead of shortening it, make it a small chapter book.
Yeah.
And then I have the other scenarios. So one of the scenarios of my series is were you at the pool? No, you and I were at the mall. When we went to the mall, we were dropped off at the mall. That
bazaar.
Story. Yeah, we told that story before where Mom took the older siblings and cousins to Wild Waters. And then we got bored and we walked home. So that's another story.
We were waiting to...
We felt like we were waiting forever. We went to every store.
And you went to everything. Call. I think you asked to use the phone because before cell phones and stuff.
Yeah.
Because you're like, where is she? Like, Wild Waters was not that far. She was just going to go drop them off.
Yeah.
And come back. So
so that's another unsupervised sibling.
And that walk was... I still remember that walk. I remember being dehydrated and hot.
I know, and why was I dragging my little sister?
That we were on this 1-lane road, cars flying by.
Well, I was in 7th.
It seemed like we're in the middle of nowhere.
I was in 7th grade. What grade were you?
Well, I think we were 4 years different.
In school?
Yeah.
Third grade. 6th. No, 6th by 4th. Third grade.
Third grade.
And walking, far. So,
were we at Buckingham?
Yes.
Yeah, so that was 3rd grade.
So I have this drive to write stories, but
but you know what?
I don't want to do all the marketing part.
You do have ADHD.
Yes, I do. Yeah. I do.
I just really that confirmed
it when I told you this for the last couple of weeks. I have ADD, so stop telling me a story and then having the TV on, and then this. I'm like,
I know she can't handle.
I can't have multiple sounds at the same time.
I'm like, I'm used to just having the TV just playing in the background all the time.
Oh no, because then I'm like, oh, what was on that news? And you're like, are you listening to me?
Like sometimes I'm like, focus. I should just clap in your face. Focus. No, but it made me think of these childhood stories where I'm like, yeah, I mean, I just followed you around and you were bebopping all over.
I can make some good stories from just our childhood. Mm-hmm. So the one that I made, Unsupervised Siblings, the original, is how we're all in the house and we jump off the balcony. Well, you didn't, but we threw Joe and Debbie off.
I'm an observer of a lot of the chaos, which I just told my life coach.
Rob tied me to the play set.
A lot of stress.
And the sun was going down. And then, but we'd go out in the backyard in the snow. We'd be in the mom's garden.
Well, Wendy was always in her room. Peaceful because I was always with my friends. And then, like, yes, I have memories of, like, you and I going out back and building a little snow castle, whatever. And so there's those.
But Rob and Wendy fought so much that I was constantly, like...
in that chaos?
Yeah, like, trying to separate them or trying to be, like...
Oh, were you mediating?
No, but I was each one of their friends, right? They didn't get along, but Rob's like, come with me to this, or let's go outside, or... Wendy's like, come to my room and let's listen to music, or come with me to my friend's house. And so I was pulled in a lot of directions, but it was a good childhood. I feel like we had a good childhood. We had a lot of freedom, and growing up in Idaho, Meridian, Idaho.
Yeah, nice weather.
It was farmlands and cousins and that kind of stuff. So. Yeah. Long story short, my books are
fun cousins
going to be launched soon, and then just figure out how to market my brand and find my audience.
The supervised or unsupervised siblings, are they gonna you're gonna use all our names?
No, I'm gonna have changed names.
So you're gonna just do all different characters, but you're gonna be like.
So like in my blonde
5 girls, 1 boy.
Annie, yes, that's correct. 5 girls, 1 boy.
So it's going to be a partial... Oh, there's a bug.
Annie. So Annie is like my main character in the Blonde Volcano at school. So yeah, I could still use that name. So we'll see. We'll see where I evolve as a writer. But it's my passion. And
well, that's good.
I enjoy these little projects because then it's kind of fun to do something new. So I actually finished... it was Mindy's misophonia that we talked about, our older sister having misophonia.
So Mindy should be the name of the
but I changed it to Amanda.
Well, then it should be Amanda.
So I have all these different names, and I think, oh, what is the best name as you read it aloud? So these are read alouds.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking sharing a room with Mindy. Amanda. Yeah, sharing her. I don't know. The titles are always so hard because if I use misophonia, people are like, how do you pronounce that? What do you say? And I have a note for grown-ups after the book so that it explains what misophonia is.
Yeah.
That children have this heightened sense of sensory overload with sounds. So.
Or lights, or movement, or,
Well, that would be another name. Misophonia is just the sound. Yes, look it up. I do my research. But so some kids with autism have all those sensitivities to lights, sounds, whatever, feeling, textures.
Yeah.
But kids with misophonia or adults, they don't always have autism. Mm. So you kind of like distinguish the box in different ways. So
learn something new every day.
Yeah. So it's exciting to have my book launches soon. And, go into that writing field, which is great.
Good. Yes.
And you have anything to look forward to?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just still applying for jobs, and we're just trying to work out.
You get to see your kids and your puppy soon, huh?
Yeah, we're doing a kids and puppy date soon. Then I've got the trial next Wednesday. That's going to come up quick.
Oh, that's right. So, you know,
that all-
it's not a really trial, though. It's an arraignment.
Well, whatever.
So on
Court.
a week from today, Mitzi will be in court to see what the outcome of assault.
I don't know.
Assault between her and Dad.
It's all been...
We'll see. Well, they told you over the phone you don't
ridiculous.
even do a plea.
Yes.
So my friend
I
who
don't
works at
even
the
know.
court said, go watch My Cousin Vinny. So we watched My Cousin Vinny, and we're like, oh, okay, that's how it's going to play out. You either plead guilty or not guilty. But you've gotten so much advice on what to say, what to do. But then when you called the court, they said, no, they'll tell you what's going to happen, and then you decide. You'll like decide.
Just give me information like, oh, this is what's going to happen if you plead guilty. This will happen if you don't. I guess kind of situation.
Yeah, so we just have to wait. So we'll keep you
But I printed out the photos of my bruises, and I'll take that in and just have that at least.
Yeah.
And just once that's over with, that will be great.
Yeah,
and
we'll
just moving on.
Move forward. All right, so little takeaway from today, little wisdom to...
Oh, well, did we talk about the I wish you well mentality? So in my session today...
Yes, you did.
I already did? Okay, I was
So
working on my necklace, so I'm not...
I know, that's why.
I was not focused. That's why you want to take my necklace away?
Yes. So a little nugget of wisdom is...
Wish people well.
Wish people well. I wish you well in your head or verbally. Like you said, don't verbally.
Doesn't mean you have to take any abuse or anything. It's for your own. So when you release like any trauma, anger, guilt, anything, you say wish them well, and that's still putting it out a positive energy for yourself and others.
So you're not responsible for their the way they made you feel.
And it's your healing.
You're healing from it.
And it's your empathy. Because see, I always misinterpret empathy and what was the other word?
Well, being the middle children, we're coddling, or we're like not coddling, we're like taking care.
Right,
we're caring for other people's actions and emotions, right?
Yeah. And so you could have empathy without taking it in and holding it in.
Yeah. That's good wisdom. All right. Have empathy. Say, I wish you well.
I wish you well.
I wish you well.
I wish you well, Afton.
Thanks for hanging out in the middle of everything. I wish you well.
Wait, I don't know where you're getting this stir the pot. Have we really been saying stir the pot? I thought you said it.
Okay,
the middle of everything. I know, I don't. I have ADD too.
All right, thanks for hanging out in the middle of everything where we stir the pot from both sides.
Oh, okay. I guess it is that.
And I think we're gonna
change it.
And you say,
oh, toodles.
Toodles.